Hello everyone, I am Noah Jeremiah Carlos, and welcome to not only this new episode of T&F Reviews, but also welcome to the first video of 2022, at least on my channel. So, it's been a long way here. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully I can't wait to see what happens in 2022. Hopefully nothing too bad. I'm actually hoping for that. But anyway, let's just get into the review. So, as you can see, I have a couple of LEGO items that I've made. Some of which I've just recently made, and some of which I've already made previously. But I just did a couple tweaks on it recently. So yeah, let's take a look at them. I'll start with this one right here. So you guys probably already know him. This is Sparrow. I showed off a picture of him on Instagram and Twitter, and I even spoke about him and what I have in store for him in the future in my at the end of my 300 subscriber special. So I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, Noah, what did you possibly do to him? Like, he looks exactly the same. Looks like nothing has changed at all. Well, you'd be surprised. Take a look at, you see this little, like, space between his head and, like, his stack? So, here's what I was doing. So, yesterday, I found a video from the same YouTuber who, does these tugs videos where he, these LEGO tugs videos. He did a tutorial on how to make a few, and so I used that tutorial. I used the tutorial on how he made a Sunshine Billy shoot pack and this random barge to help me make a Sparrow here. But he recently made another video showing everyone how you can do this. So now I can turn his head in any direction I want, so that it's just like the tugs and the characters from the actual show. And maybe kind of looks like he's snapping his neck a little bit.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
But yeah, that's what I did on Sparrow. Before I move, I'm just gonna show you how I did it. I'm gonna leave a picture of the video right in the top right corner of the of this video right now, so you can like go over and watch it and see like how he did it. But basically, the way I did it is that this piece right here with the stack and everything, the stack used to like go to be facing this way, with a different, like, another, like, red block, just like this one right here, or stud, or whatever you want to call it. And I think I placed this back here, right behind this part right here behind the stack. So instead, I moved the stack around, placed this where the stack used to be, as well as an extra, like, flat red piece. And then I put, this white part where Sparrow's head is, like where you would see his face, right here. And now I can turn his head any way I want, in any direction I want. Except all the way around, because you can see it's obviously an extra stud in the way. So yeah, that's what I did to Sparrow. Moving on to the next LEGO things I made. This is another Tugs OC, one that I recently made last night. As you can see, this is not really a tugboat OC, it's just It's just a random barge OC that I just made. It's as you can see, he's in the same like style as Lord Stinker. So remember the video that I told you about where the shows you the Lego video that shows you how to make Lego versions of Sunshine, Billy Shoepack, and a random barge? Well, that's how I made. Well, I also used that video to help me make this barge. The only difference being that I raised the back end of this barge up a little bit to accommodate the face, just like Lord Stinker. As for everything else, I did everything else that the video told me to do, minus these chains here. I just did these so that they can like connect, so that it can like connect with Sparrow and all that stuff. I have some more like longer Lego chains on me, so I can also use those if Sparrow wants to tow this barge behind him. So yeah, they're kind of like a substitute for tow ropes or whatever. But yeah, on going back to the barge, you're probably wondering what I called him. I was looking up in the Tugs on Lord Stinker's wiki page, and when I was looking at the trivia section, I saw a couple things. Before I say how I got his name from there, I saw that it's not really that important, but I saw that it mentioned that his mouth is basically his hull, so he talks through his hull and like carries garbage and all that stuff inside of it too. How is a garbage barge able to talk with garbage in its mouth? I don't know, and none of us will ever probably know, so yeah. Besides, their faces are all just nothing more than no, not mouths, eyes with a nose, so yeah. As for his name, another thing that I saw from the Tugs trivia is that in the original script for Regatta, his Lord Stinker's original name was going to be Lord of the Flies. So that's what I decided to name this barge right here. So his name is Lord of the Flies. And he just flies away. Yeah.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Okay, no. But yeah, that's Sparrow and Lord of the Flies. And now we move on to this big boy. I've also shown this off on Instagram before, lots of times, with a couple other Lego trains that I had and like also own. I did want to like review them all on YouTube, but but every time I tried to make a video reviewing this thing, I either like stopped and like just never did it again, or I just did a video and I just never uploaded it to YouTube. So yeah, now here we are. So when I first made this thing, it was back when I had this the holiday train set, Lego set, I think that's what it was called. And after a while it ended up falling apart. So rather than like rebuilding it all over again, I instead took the pieces and I was gonna like make a Lego mock of Thomas the Tank Engine. But since I didn't have any that many blue parts around, I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna build a Lego mock of Thomas's basis. And so here you have it, a London, Brighton and South Coast Railway E2 class tank engine, depicted with the extended side tanks. So this has gone through a lot of changes over the years, mind you. Before, it didn't even used to look like this. In fact, this recent change was just last night, when I also made Lord of the Flies here. So before, it didn't really have all the parts that it had. It was just like it looked like a bunch of squares all combined together just to make a like the shape of an engine or something like that. Because that was all that I had back then. The boiler didn't even look that big. The dome was literally tiny. It was like one of these pieces right here. And yeah, that's how I built this engine back then. However, over a couple times I did make some minor changes to it. Mainly like to the cab, because it used to be like just this little random rectangular shape, but then I did a couple of tweaks on it to make it look more like the actual engine's cab in real life, as well as adding a firebox, but it didn't really do that much. So in 2020, I gave this locomotive a full overhaul, you could say. I gave it a new boiler, a new cab, a new roof, bunker, a new dome, literally almost a new everything, minus the wheels and footplate, and its lamp. The cab was designed differently though, but then the cab was designed much more differently to how the engine was built in real life, but I changed it. But it was still pretty different from the cab that you see now, because before it was just a flat surface and nothing more. So after that, I upgraded the cab. Then I had to remove one of the axles to make another engine that I had. So for a while, since then, it would like just resemble like the Hornby Junior E2s, who were also basically just 040s until now, because back then I was missing a wheel for one of the axles that I had, so I couldn't like finish any of like my locomotives with it. But however, I recently found it, and now I used it to make this engine back into an 060, just like how it used to be, and no longer an 040. But that's not the only thing that I did to it. As you can remember when I said the cab used to be just a flat surface, well, the roof of the cab did. I did some tweaks on that, as well as the inside of its cab and its bunker. Crud, I did not mean to do that with this piece. I can leave this bit of the cap right here. And then maybe if I can remove the driver and fireman. Just to be clear, this is the driver. And this man right here is the fireman. Probably be a lot more careful while removing the cab. Okay, thank the Lords. I do not want to break this thing. So here's what I did. Oh yeah, and I think I'll move the shovel out of the way. So here's what I did to the inside of his cab, or its cab. Before, there was literally not much. But then But then again, as I said before, over time it went through quite a few changes. I added a firebox as well as some controls. And then in 2020, I redid its cab. And then I just redid it last night. And now we move on to the bunker, which, as you can see, I numbered this engine number 106 because that was one of the original E2 numbers. They're numbered, since there were 10 of these built, they only went from number 100 to number 109. So this one right here is number 106. I tried to make it to accommodate more room for the crew, but that failed. Because this brown part on this part of the bunker right here would have literally just had nothing underneath it to like support it and keep it up still. And that kind of bothered me, so that's why I did this. And there we go. And also, one more thing I will say about number 106 is that before, notice this little brown stud underneath the whistle. It wasn't there before, but because I upgraded the roof last night, and because it was so much more taller than the whistle, that also bothered me, so I changed that and gave it another little stud underneath it, so that it's now taller, like, to be about the same length that I wanted it to be with the cab. And that's how I... Actually, hang on, move this back a bit to show more of Lord of the Flies. And so that's how I made and, like, upgraded all of my my Lego Sparrow, Lord of the Flies, and number 106. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll enjoy this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you're new. And leave a comment down below and tell me, I don't know, tell me which one was the favorite Lego custom that I made out of these three. I don't know. Actually, no, I got a better idea. Which character in Tugs is your favorite character? Like, it could literally be anyone. It could be 10 Cents or Zebedee or Big Mickey, because, you know, he was moved from that show to Thomas and Friends, or it could be, I don't know, Top Hat or Big Mac or OJ, Zoran, Zebedee, I already mentioned him.
You stupid.
Zach, Sunshine, Puffer, Billy Shoepack, Blue Nose, literally anyone. Just literally anyone. So yeah, tell me down below, who was your favorite Tugs character? And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Wait, number 106, stop. At least what I did. Stop. No, 106, wait, no, oh. Oh, thank God. That would have been down the mine from Thomas and Friends, but so much worse. Okay, for real, how does something like that even happen? There was not a single bump in the track, no nothing. Oh my gosh. Well, as we all know, this wouldn't be a proper episode of T&F Reviews without some sort of weird train wreck. Weird train wreck. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.